Hello, it's Phil Thatch, and I'm on my way to do some bird photography, but that's not what this video is about. This video is about some photographs that I've made over the last few months and weeks that, for whatever reason, have not been in videos. The first two photos actually have been in videos, but have you ever made a photograph and uploaded it to social media, and then after you did that, you realize, hey, I think the white balance could be better? Or I think this photo could be improved with a slightly different crop. Well, that's what the first two photos are. It's not the white balance thing, but both of the first two photos I'm going to show you, I put in videos, not even in the same video. And then later, I looked at a slightly different crop on them and thought, wow, this improves that photo quite a bit. So let's take a look at the first two photos now. One made with my Sony and the 16-35, and the other made with my Canon R5 Mark II and my new 17mm used tilt shift lens. Okay, this is the first shot that I'm going to show you that I like better cropped. This is the version of the shot, a 19mm shot at Cinderella Castle at Walt Disney World Magic Kingdom. And this is the version that I put in the video. And a lot of times when I'm doing a tall building without a tilt shift lens, I'll have a lot of foreground, and usually the plan is to crop it out. But I wanted to keep this Disney photographer in because I thought having her in as she's taking a picture of these two girls who are posing nicely was good. But then, just for giggles, I said, I wonder what it would look like if I cropped her out. And if I cropped her out, it would get rid of all this empty space. It would get rid of this garbage can. It would get rid of these garbage cans. So I did that, and here is the new version, and I like the new version better. You just have to understand that somebody is out of the frame taking a picture of these two girls. And once you understand that, I think this version is way better than this version that was in my Disney ultra-wide video. So here it is, the first shot of the two shots that I think look better cropped. And this is why it's nice to have a really high resolution camera, because, you know, I know you're supposed to shoot with intentionality and you're not supposed to just kind of do it from the hip. You're supposed to really concentrate and get your composition perfect in the field. But sometimes the composition can be improved with a little bit of cropping. And with a camera like the A7R6, this thing is still 7,000 by nearly 4,000. So it's still 28 megapixels, even with this pretty severe crop on the 66.8 megapixel file. Let's see what the next one looks like. Okay, so this is a shot I made with my tilt shift lens, and this is the first time I've ever done a miniaturization shot where you use the tilt part of the lens. And this is in a video that just came out just a few days ago. And I shifted the lens down to try to get this entire turnaround in the shot. But really, it's not needed, because what's important in this shot is up here. This is the subject. This truck is the subject. So I don't need all of this. And because I'm doing the tilt, it makes it where most of the shot is not in focus. So all of this that I tried to get in the shot is not even in focus. So I said, well, what if I crop it? So I cropped it and came up with this. It's a 16:7. And I like it so much better because now the subject is much larger in the frame, this flatbed truck going across that's in focus. And you got the miniaturized downtown Chattanooga. And there's still a lot of this turnaround, just not the entire thing. So I do definitely like this better on this shot. And the R5 Mark II is a high resolution camera. And this, even though it's only 16:7, is 3,000 by nearly 7,000. So that's, what, 21 megapixels? Even in 16:7 format. So another shot where cropping improved over the original version that I put in a video. Okay, the next photo I made all the way back in March of this year, and it was at Epcot, and I like to photograph the white ibis near the Canada Pavilion in Epcot. And when I went through those photos, I must have been in too much of a hurry, because this photo, I completely missed it. And then after that video was released and already out and in the public eye, I looked through those photos again and I found the photo I'm about to show you and I edited it, and it ended up being my favorite photo of the day. I even sent this photo to my friend Garrick Gillette, had not a photo contest, but a thing where he has his viewers send in pictures, and the theme was fine art, and I sent this photo in and he liked it so much he made it the thumbnail of the video. So I said, you know what, I've got to put that in one of my videos. So without further ado, here is a really nice high-key photograph of a white ibis that I made at Epcot with the R5 Mark II and the 100-500 lens. All right, now we're all the way back in March, and I made all of these ibis photographs that you see here, as well as butterflies and some pictures of buildings at Epcot, and I did not edit this picture. And when I went back through my pictures and did edit this picture, it ended up being my favorite of all of them. Just love, love, love the way this picture turned out. Ridiculous detail from the R5 Mark II and the RF 100-500 lens. Just love it. That's the lake there at Epcot in the background, but it was an overcast day, so it was reflecting a cloudy sky, and that allowed me to just totally make this a high-key image, and I love it, and it's my favorite, and I'm glad I'm finally sharing it in a video today. Okay, the next photo is one that should have been in my Sony Disney video where I did ultra-wide shots with the 16-35, but I completely forgot to put it in there. I did photographs from Hollywood Studios and from Magic Kingdom and from Epcot, and I put all of those in there, but I also made a photograph of the beautiful Grand Destino Tower at Disney's Coronado Springs Resort. Had great light on it, just really liked the way the shot turned out, and I completely forgot to put it in the video. So without further ado, let's take a look at the ultra-wide shot, or I'm not sure if it's ultra-wide, but it was made with an ultra-wide lens of Grand Destino Tower. This is Grand Destino Tower, is what they call it, at Disney's Coronado Springs Resort. And I took this from across the waterway. There's lots of bridges across this waterway, but the best angle on the tower is from an area that's not on a bridge. You're just kind of on the shore. And we stayed, our room was like right here. We were on the 3rd floor, kind of over on this side. And it was just beautiful. I made this shot at 21 millimeters f8, 1/800th of a second, and 100 ISO in the afternoon, just right after we checked in and we were about to go swimming. But on the way to the pool, I said, oh man, I got to get a shot of this. And here it is. Hope you like it. And the last photo I want to show you today, Heather and I went to see Toy Story 5 with my sister at the AMC Theater in Hickson. And after the movie was over, it was Blue Hour, and I had the R5 Mark II and my 17mm tilt shift lens in the car. And I set up the tripod really quick and made a photograph of the theater. And it doesn't really fit in any video, and it's not enough to do a whole video about that photo. So I figured while I was doing odds and ends in this video, I would go ahead and show that photo to you. I like it enough to show it to you, but I don't like it enough to make a whole video about it. And here is the AMC Theater. This is at like 9:30 at night. And this was on summer solstice. So it's the longest day of the year, a day in June. And it was still Blue Hour, even at 9:30 at night when the movie let out. I was really disappointed that the AMC letters were not illuminated. At least these little lights across the columns were lit, and the light inside this cube up here with all the weird windows was illuminated. And it's pretty cool. I used my 17mm tilt shift lens. I shifted it up about 5 millimeters, and this shot was at 17mm f11. This is a 10-second shot at ISO 100 to get it exposed right. And of course, I was really trying not to overexpose. This light up here, I wish there was another one to match it over on this side, and maybe there is one, but maybe it's just burnt out or not turned on. Or it would have been also fine if it was just not on at all. That would have been fine. But anyway, it was pretty cool. This theater has just a little road that drives across the front, like a 1-lane road where you can drop people off. And then there's a hill with trees, and I was slightly down the hill, and I still had some trees in my foreground. There it is, the AMC Theater in Hickson, Tennessee. All right, that's going to do it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed these photographs. Like I say, I thought they were worth showing it to you in their new form for the first couple, and just for the first time at all for the last 3. And I like these pictures, and I liked them enough to show you, so that's what today's video is about. I hope you liked it. If you did, reach down and hit thumbs up. That helps me out a lot. If you want to see some more stuff like this, subscribe and hit the bell. Thanks a bunch. Have a great day. Bye-bye.